Welcome to the Pocket. My name is Scooter, and here for you today, I have a special video of sorts. Normally, I only post previews or reaction videos. This week, the Giants had a bye, so I posted my NFL power rankings, which looks like there's going to be a couple tweaks and changes in there, but something big happened today. If you were paying attention, especially to the Giants news, a lot of people predicted that coming into this bye week, there could be a change at quarterback, and what do you know? The Giants announced today that Daniel Jones will be benched. Not in favor of Drew Lock, though, in favor of Tommy DeVito. And as I said, I and many others kind of foresaw this, that after the bye week is a good time to do this. You'd have a good evaluation of what the Giants' season potential outcomes would be. Like, can we make the playoffs? Is there any point in trying to win games? So they put in Tommy DeVito. Daniel Jones has an injury clause in his contract. For those of you who are unaware, gets a lot of money if he gets hurt this season. And it's pretty clear by this point that the Giants will be moving on from Daniel Jones after this year. So what do the Giants do? They decide they're going to roll with Tommy DeVito, the man who went 3-3 in his starts last year, winning a primetime game against the Packers on Monday Night Football to cap off his excellent run. Before I believe he lost the following week or whatever. A lot of people wanted the Giants to tank that season. A lot of people want us to tank this season. Do I think DeVito is better than Drew Lock as a talent? No, but maybe he's more familiar with Brian Daboll's offense. Maybe he's got more of an aura for the team to rally around. Maybe they really are trying to win games. And honestly, with DeVito in, anything could happen. I mean, we beat the Packers last year before they got hot. So, as I said, anything can happen. But I want to circle back to Daniel Jones. So we knew this was going to happen at some point. Some people thought it might not, but I was even pretty confident that we'd bench Daniel Jones. And he's gotten a lot of hate over the years. I've been known as a bit of a Daniel Jones apologist. I don't really regret it, but I just kind of wanted to take this video as an opportunity to actually give thanks to Daniel Jones. Yes, you can call me crazy. But in the end of the day, we made him the starter for 6 years. What was he going to do? Reject the contract that we offered him? Yeah, he negotiated and he fought for more money. What would you have done if you were in his position? So, like I said, a lot of hate going towards him. And I just want to thank him for working hard for 6 years, trying to be the starter of this team, this dreadful media that just absolutely beats on young players and makes it impossible to feel like you're being supported by your fan base. Even if you are 500, right? Even in the year that we made the playoffs, there were some rough times for these Giants players and Daniel Jones specifically. So I just want to look at his career stats. I mean, this isn't going to be very encouraging or anything, but looking at his rookie year, he had 3,000 yards, 24 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. Yeah, I think he had 15 fumbles that year, almost 30 turnovers like Jameis. Only in 13 games played too, and that was actually his career high in touchdown passes. After that, 14 games played, not even 3,000 yards, 11 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. I think a little bit less fumbles. The following season, 2021, 11 games played, 2,430 yards, 10 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. I believe that was the neck injury year when he got hurt versus the Cowboys, and the last year of Joe Judge. And then 2022, he plays all 16 games, and he has a whopping 3,200 yards, 15 touchdowns, only 5 picks, though. I don't know how many fumbles he had, but it was his best year for QB rating at a 63. But nonetheless, he still showed up when it counted in those games and won those one-possession games that we're losing this year, and he got us to the playoffs. And what else did he do that year? Well, he had my favorite Daniel Jones game of all time. I mean, this is pretty much anyone's favorite Daniel Jones game of all time. I mean, us Giants fans were saying, I get his stats aren't that great, but he's efficient, right? He's playing effective football, and he's playing winning football. And in this playoff game, all this Vikings defense is bad. I think we have a chance to win, even though they were 13-4, and the Giants were only 9-7-1. Daniel Jones comes into this game, and he goes 24 of 35, for 301 yards and 2 passing touchdowns. And on top of that, he had 17 carries for 78 yards, averaging 4.6 yards per carry. Daniel Jones threw a game-winning touchdown in this game. His number one receiver was Isaiah Hodgins, who had 8 for 105 and a touchdown. Of course, Saquon Barkley had a great game, only 9 carries for Saquon, though, for 53 yards and 2 touchdowns. He did have 5 catches for 56 yards. Of course, the defense got it done, shutting the door on Kirk um, on their final drive of the game. McKinney making that tackle on Hawkinson. But yeah, the Giants came out hot in this game, scored 2 touchdowns in the first quarter, and they played consistently enough for the rest of the game to get the win. And we couldn't have done it without Daniel Jones. That's true. I mean, Daniel Jones in this game, he was rolling out. He was scrambling. Yeah, the pass rush was bad. The coverage wasn't good. But he was doing the things that we wanted to see from him. He looked like he was becoming an improviser. Of course, the following week was very, very bad. But that was that was definitely the best game and season from Daniel Jones. After that, last year, he only played 6 games because of the torn ACL. Doesn't even break 1,000 passing yards. Only 2 touchdowns, 6 picks. That season was a disaster. Right after we gave him that contract, and then this year, he's going to finish it off with 10 games played, 2,070 yards, 8 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions. Man, I don't think I've ever seen a career stat line like that. It looks like a backup quarterback, and I'm not trying to hate or you know put shame on his name or anything. It just really is incredible how long we held on to him. And like I said, it's not his fault that we held on to him. Now, if you want to blame him for not improving, that's your decision. I personally think all these players work very, very hard. And Daniel Jones is a stand-up guy, and I'm thankful for that. And he played through a lot of injuries and recovered through a lot of them. I just want to go over this as well. His rookie year, he had a shoulder clavicle fracture. In that same year, he had a pedal high ankle sprain, grade 3. And then he had a thigh hamstring strain the following year, another ankle sprain, another thigh strain from the hamstring. He had the concussion and then a pinched nerve in his neck after he hit what was it, the Cowboys player, and then he got that pinched nerve in the next game, or a couple weeks later against the Eagles. He got shut down, I believe. And then another ankle sprain, another pinched nerve in the neck last year when he got sacked by Van Ginkel, I'm pretty sure it was, and then he tore his ACL later that year. I mean, he went through a lot of physical pain, a lot of recovery just to play football for us, and I appreciate that. I'm just putting this out there, a little bit of a Daniel Jones love appreciation video for what he's done before he's gone, right? You never know. This next guy could be worse than him. I I kind of doubt that, but um, sometimes you never know what you had, right? So moving into my final point for this is I want to talk about Daniel Jones' first start. And I remember watching this game live, being a young Giants fan. I was in college, and I was like, man, what do we got in this new quarterback? He's going to be out there. I can't wait to see what he looks like. And the Giants got down early, 28-10. But then Daniel Jones, in the third quarter, in the opening play, throws a strike to Evan Ingram on a crossing route across the middle, and he takes it all the way up the field for a touchdown. So then we get the 2-point, make it 18-28, and then Daniel Jones gets all the way back down the field on it with 8 minutes left in the third quarter and throws a great pass to Sterling Shepard, which is caught on the sideline in the end zone for a touchdown, and then it's 28-25. Buccaneers get a field goal with 6 minutes left, and Daniel Jones, as a rookie, has an opportunity to make something great happen, and yes, he does. He gets all the way down the field within the 10-yard line. He drops back, and the rush gets too far behind him. He takes off right up the middle and then scores. I'll never forget sprinting down my hallway into some of my teammates' rooms and screaming, "That's my quarterback!" I was so excited. Little did I know what would be to come in the future. Yeah, we did get one good year out of him, but it's been pretty rough. Giants won that game 32-31. Hey, at least he had a great start in that game. He did win us a playoff game. Some teams get a quarterback and they get no playoff wins out of it. So we did have one good season. And even though it's out of 6, I'm still going to be grateful for what the guy did for us, is kind of the point of this video. A lot of people celebrate this, and yeah, sure. I'm happy that we're moving on from him, right? As I said, I don't particularly just blame him. I kind of blame the organization. They did not set him up for success. I mean, in that playoff game, his leading receiver was Isaiah Hodgins. So let's be real here. Is the blame is not all solely on him. And unless if the Giants do a proper job of sorting this roster for this new quarterback, we're going to be right back to where we started another couple years from now. So that's my take on Daniel Jones. I guess before I go, I'll give you guys a little bit more of my thoughts on Tommy DeVito being the starter. You know, I went to a couple of games last year, and Tommy DeVito brought some energy to the stadium, which was really, really fun. And he brought some consistency to the offense. I mean, the offense wasn't good with Tommy DeVito, but it actually was effective, right? If it seemed like if the defense got a turnover, he took advantage. And at the very least, got a field goal out of it, right? Just get one first down into field goal range, or he would even score a touchdown. So I'm a little excited about Tommy DeVito and what he's going to be able to bring energy wise. Like I said, I'm never actively rooting for the team to lose, but it does seem like they kind of are tanking for the rest of the season because I think if they really wanted to win and they really wanted upside, you wouldn't care where you're getting the wins. You'd put Drew Lock in and you'd say, okay, you're going to develop through game reps if you're having trouble picking up this offense and we're going to win some games down the stretch. But I don't think they're trying to do that. I think they are strategically tanking. They're throwing a bone to the fan base and saying, hey, we're giving you DeVito. This is what you wanted. Well, in reality, they're just saying this is the perfect excuse to tank. That's going to be all for this video. I want to thank you all so much for watching my uncut, unscripted take on the Daniel Jones benching. And I am thanking him for his time in New York. But other than that, I wish him success elsewhere. I really do. It would be pretty embarrassing if that happened with him. But I, like I said, I wish him success, and I'm excited for the future. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, leave your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to make sure you don't miss any more Giants or NFL content. And until next time, I'll see you all later. Peace out.